So in this video, we are going to understand the Routh criteria. Okay, so for determining the stability of the system, we have to first form the Routh's array. Then we can say by seeing the first column of that, we'll try to understand by using the example. So we are going for the fourth video in this series. Okay. So first thing we have to write, we have to check whether the given s power, whatever the things is there, variable here is s, whether it is given in descending order or not. Descending in the sense from top to bottom. That means higher power to lower power. Okay, and any term is missing or not. If any term is missing, you have to just put 0 as the coefficient and write that term to avoid confusion. Okay, so what we have to do, so we are starting from s power 5. See, we got to know that in this equation the highest power is s power 5. Next it should be x power 4. It is there. Then 3 it is there. 2, 1 and x power 0. If you want you can mention. It is automatically, or we know that it is basically s power 0. So from power 5 to 0 it is given in particular order, descending order. No term is missing. So that first part of taking is done. Now we have to form the table. Starting with s power 5, the highest power, write all the s terms. S power 4, s power 3, s power 2, s power 1, then s power 0. Now, the first step is that first we have to fill, always remember first we have to fill first two rows of the given thing. S power 5 row and s power 4 row has to be filled. That is the first step we have to do. So for filling that, what we have to do, always see the coefficients. We are going to fill up this table with the array with the coefficients. So s power 5 coefficient is what? 1. So I'll write here beside this 1. This is nothing but the first column we have wrote. First column, first row. Next, down we have to write. So it will be 1. Always up, down, like that we have to go. Only first two rows we can fill. Okay, starting. Now this coefficient 6. You cannot fill here 6. As I said, we have to fill only s power 5 row and s power 4 row. So s power 4 row is done. Then we have to go up. That means s power 5 row. 6. This is the second column. And the next one is 12. Right here 12. Again I cannot fill here. So what I have to do? I have to go up. 18 I can write and 6 I can write. Again I cannot fill here. There is no other term in the given question itself. So you can leave it as it is. Okay. So no need to fill anything. So we have done with the first two rows. Always remember first two row has to be filled first. Now after filling first two rows, what we have to do? We have to go for the third row. How to fill third row? Very important. Always remember this is the first column, right? This is most important terms. These two we are already filled with the question coefficients. That's the equation they have given. From that coefficient I have taken and filled. This first row, first column elements I'll call it as kings, because they are very important. Kings or queens, whatever you want, it's your wish. You can call it. There is not, that is not mentioned in the textbook. Okay, always remember. Just I'm mentioning it. Okay, no differentiation, just to mention. So anything you take, king, queen, whatever, they are most important elements in this particular array. Always we have to take in pair. That means two kings I have to take or two queens I have to take. Okay. Now s power 3 how to fill? This element has to be filled. What I have to do? Bottom king or queen into this one top, then top king to bottom one, multiply. How to multiply? Bottom is 1 into 6, put one minus sign, always minus sign, then you multiply top king into the bottom guy, whole divided by the bottom king. How much it will be? 6 minus 12 by 1, which is equal to minus 6 by 1, which is minus 6. So I don't have space for this much calculation, so I'll just remove this part. I'll just write there minus 6. So it will be minus 6. Now I have to fill this part. The second column, third row. Again the same thing, two kings are there. Now which two? These two elements, corresponding elements I have multiplied already. So I have to take next corresponding elements. Bottom king into the top one. So it will be 1 into 18. Okay, 1 into 18 minus top king into the bottom one, 1 into 6, whole divided by the bottom king, which is 1. So how much it will be? 18 minus 6 by 1, so which is equal to what? 12. Now next multiplication, this I have to find. But the thing is that these two elements multiplication is done. But there is no element over here, right? That means that indicates that is 0. So when I multiply anything with 0, it is 0 itself. So there is no need to mention that, just put 0. That's it. Okay. Next, I have to go for the s power 2 row. I have to fill this one first. As I said, I have to consider the king and queens in the first column. But here I am seeing 3 kings. Which one I should take then? Always from the bottoms we have to take. So new king has arrived, so I have to consider that king also. So the bottom 2 kings I have to take. Ignore the top one. Okay. Now multiplication will start again. Corresponding these two, which one I am having? These two elements. Corresponding these two elements. Right. So bottom king into the top one. So minus 6 into 12 minus top into bottom. Whole divided by, now which one? The bottom king always. Minus 6. Now it has changed. Okay. So minus 6 into 12 minus 72, okay, minus 12 divided by minus 6. So how much it will be? It will be equal to minus 84 divided by minus 6. Minus minus cancel. 6 if you divide by 84, how much you will be getting? 1s are 4s are, right? So 14 you will be getting. So I have to get now this element. Second column, fourth row. How to get that one? Now I have to take this two one. Same again, the same kings I have to consider. Bottom king into the top one, minus 6 into 6 minus top to bottom, that is 1 into 0 divided by the bottom king, which is minus 6. So minus 36 into 0 minus 36 minus 0 divided by minus 6. So it will be minus 36 by minus 6, which is equal to what? 6. Minus minus cancel, which is equal to 6. Now this element I have to fill, but there are no elements over here, right? So 0 0, so this will be 0. Simple. Now s power 1 row has come. This I have to consider. Now the kings, we have got 4 kings. As I said before, we have got the new king, so I have to consider bottom 2 kings. So I will consider this two. Again the same thing, bottom king into the top one, which is 14 into 12, because corresponding elements are these two, minus 6 into minus 6 has come. So minus 6 into 6 divided by the bottom king, which is 14. That is equal to, how much it will be? 168. So it will be 168 minus, now this minus into minus is plus, so it will be plus 36 divided by 14. So 168 plus 36, how much will be getting? 204 divided by 14. I think it will be coming in decimal, so I'll just put it in the calculator. So it will be coming it as 14.57 something, 14.571. Okay, so that much value it will be coming. Now the next element I have to find, again the same thing, but I have to consider this two. So this two is done, so this two we have to consider. So 14 into 0 minus of minus 6 into 0. So anyways it will be 0 itself, because both the elements are 0, divided by the bottom king, which is equal to 14. So that is automatically 0. Okay. Now no need to write this element, because there is no other terms here. So it will be automatically 0. Now s power 0 we have to consider this element. How to consider this element s power 0? Again the bottom two kings I have to consider. Multiply 14.6, the bottom king, 14.57 into 6 minus 14 into 0 divided by the bottom king, which is nothing but 14.57. So how much you will be getting? So I'm getting it as 87.42, okay, minus 0 divided by 14.57. So how much I'll be getting? I'll be getting 6 as the answer. So when you divide it, you will be getting it as 6. Okay. So I'm getting this value as 6. Now next value, it is automatically 0, because these two elements are 0. So if you multiply also, you'll be getting 0. Again these two values, again it is 0. So no need to mention that. Okay. So all the multiplications are done. Now as I said, this is one important term which is beside this. Always remember s power 0 will be there in all the questions, because it is the lower power, right? So it is present in all the Routh array wherever you are doing this type of questions. Now 6 is there. In the question, if you observe s power 0, what is the coefficient? See here, s power 0, what is the coefficient? Here also it is 6. That means this 6 should be same as this 6. So if you are not getting here 6, which is present in the question as the coefficient of s power 0, that means you have done some miscalculations. Calculation is not done correctly. Okay, so this is the verification process in which you can just remember that s power 0 it should be 6 because the coefficient in the question s power 0 coefficient is 6. Okay, so that you have to remember. Not of the other cases, don't remember other cases. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about the s power 0, the last element in the first column. Always remember it should be equal to the s power 0 coefficient in the question. We have to find the stability, right? So as I said before, kings and queens are sitting where they are sitting, first column. So we have to find the stability using the first column. See here, first column is there, right? First column is there. Now in this first column, I have to see whether there is sign change or not. Sign change in the sense, let us try to understand. If I put here the sign, it will be plus sign. Here minus sign is there already, plus sign. If there is no sign, that means it is plus, right? That you know. Plus sign, right? So we have got all the signs. So let me just write it over here. Plus sign is there, then plus sign, minus sign, then plus is there, and again plus is there. So what I have to do? I have to jump from one sign. From top to bottom, I have to jump. So from plus sign to plus sign, there is no sign change because it is from plus to plus, same sign, right? So there is no sign change. Plus to minus, so there is a different sign change, right? There is a difference in the sign. So there is first sign change. Then from minus to plus, again one more sign change, right? Now the confusion arises. The thing is that here don't consider, I am not counting the plus sign how much is there, minus sign how much is there. I am taking the consideration of jumping from one sign to other sign, whether there is a sign change or not, whether it is a different sign or not. That means if I am jumping from plus to plus or minus to minus, there is no sign change. But if I am jumping from plus to minus or minus to plus, there is sign change. Okay, now you see plus to plus, there is no sign change. Plus to plus, there is no sign change. It's the same sign I am jumping. So only two sign changes I have got. Two sign changes. So that means the system is unstable. Whenever you are getting the sign changes, even one is there, one sign change is there, that means that that system is particularly what? Unstable. The system is unstable. If system is unstable, you need to understand that the roots, some of the roots are on the right half of the S plane. Right half of the S plane. So how many roots are there on the right half of the S plane? How to find? We have to consider the how many sign changes are there. How many sign changes are there? Two sign changes. So what you can tell that therefore two roots are present on the right half of S plane. Okay, this is very important. So these two roots are making this system what? Unstable. Because as we have discussed earlier also, the root should be on the left half of the S plane. Then only we can say that the system is stable. But here the roots are on the right half of the S plane. So two roots are there. Two roots, how I got? Two sign changes, two roots. Three sign changes, three roots. On the right half of the, I'm not talking about left. I'm talking about right half of the S plane, which are making this system unstable.